What's up, homies? My name is... Hold up. This angle's getting kind of old. Why don't we change it up? That's much better, don't you think? What's up, homies? My name is Sebastian Walsh. I'm a community college student here to help students like you help yourselves through high school and college by staying on the right path. Being productive is something that every human struggles with, especially students. I want to show y'all how productivity can be crafted through the use of systems. To do that, I'm breaking this video up into 3 questions: what, why, and how. That way you can understand the importance of implementing a productivity system in your life and do it before school starts. Okay, jumping right into the first question, it is, what in the world even is a productivity system? We'll actually want to start us off with a little bit of comparison with something that might be a little more familiar, and that is an organization system. An organization system focuses more on the micromanagement of your digital and physical notes, files, and things of that nature. Productivity system differs because it's focused more on the macro planning of your life in terms of weeks and months. My version of a productivity system can be broken down into 4 components: a to-do list that focuses on your weekly tasks that you need to get done, a checklist which outlines a process for you to do things that you actually happen to do on a regular basis, a calendar for you to keep track of bigger events, and a note-taking system. This differs from an organization system because we're focusing on how you take your notes, not exactly how you would organize them, for lack of a better term. The next question we have to ask is, why do you even need a productivity system in the first place? The simple answer is your mind is imperfect and becomes easily overcrowded. A productivity system helps combat this in 2 ways. The first way is it prevents important and even mundane tasks from slipping through the cracks, essentially organizing what is the chaos of your mind. The second is that it brings in external control instead of you having to use your own self-control. The way that I like to represent this best is actually a quote from Thomas Frank, a productivity master, where he says, "The more freedom you have, the more self-discipline you require to actually take yourself off the path of least resistance." Essentially, the system takes place of when you would have to use your own self-discipline, so on days when your self-discipline is low or you run out, you have your productivity system to fall back onto to make sure that you remain productive when it is most important. Before we jump right into the last question on how, I want you guys to go down to the comment section and actually let me know what kind of things that you might add to your own productivity system, and let us know why you feel like it's important to add that to a productivity system. And while you're down there, why not go ahead and leave a like on the video and let me know that you guys are enjoying this content. Moving on to our last question for this video, and that is, how in the world do I implement a productivity system? Well, I actually want to start off with a little bit of a caveat, and that is productivity is individuality. This means that what I've outlined in this video may not exactly work for you, and if you need to tweak what I've said or even do your own research, feel free to do so, because whatever makes you the most productive works the best. Now, to start off making a productivity system, what you want to do is just carve out a day during the week to actually set it up. This means look at your calendar, plan out the events that you have that month, create a to-do list for your weekly activities, look through some of the daily things you do in your life and see if you can make a checklist for them, and create a note-taking system to take more effective notes. However, you don't necessarily need to follow my outline. Like I said, what you could do is sit down and make a list of the things that stress you out from most to least and tackle your productivity system in a way that challenges those stresses. To make sure that you create a good system, you want to track your productivity for a month. Keep track of the days where your productivity may lull when you need to remain productive and things that may somehow slip through the cracks. Once you've created your productivity system, you actually want to do some upkeep, and that means that you want to take a day, at least once a week, where you look at your calendar and you see if you have any big events coming up for that week, and you look at your to-do list and you create your to-do list for all your weekly tasks that you need to get done. You also need to take a day once a month where you update your calendar, and then you check your checklist and make sure that they're still valid for the processes that you have. And that's all there is to it. I want you guys to be active, so after this video ends, sit down and plan out a day, or even start right now creating your own productivity system. Be active, guys. Actually do this before school, and it'll give you a huge boost when school starts up. If you like this content, actually leave a like on the video, comment down in the comment section below, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I am trying to upload videos every day at 6 p.m. If you want to see my personal productivity system and also a key problem that people run into when they create their productivity system, I want you to actually go follow my Instagram, where I'll be making a post addressing those two things, and you'll also see some more daily content on there. There will be a link to it down in the description below. Like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out. See you in the next one. That's much better, don't you think? The more freedom you have, the more self-discipline to make your